I mean, what y'all so quiet about? Well, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm gonna keep it out because y'all don't want to say. You want me to go first? You want to go first? Y'all don't want to say it, but let me ask you this question. So obviously we got. Let me cross it. You got Lamar.
Check.
Right.
Check.
You got Patty.
Check.
You got that boy from Buffalo, Josh.
Check.
It's another superstar, Burrow.
Check. Cool Joe.
Now, what all these guys done did that my man didn't do?
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Because I can tell you something that he got that they don't got.
3 of them, man. He got championship.
And the name of the game ain't for, how pretty is your ball when you throw it?
Talk about it.
How far can you throw?
Talk about it.
And we don't care about that. You know what we care about?
Yep.
Are you winning?
Are you winning?
That's the first question. The second question, are you winning championships? He checks all them boxes.
Check.
So if we want to ask these questions about who's the top 5, let's go to the boxes. And all the boxes you need to be a top 5 quarterback, he's that. Listen, when you draft a quarterback or you trade for one, the first thing you ask your owner, your GM, and your head coach, hey, guys, can we win a Super Bowl with this quarterback?
Right, what's the answer?
Now, at all the top 10 quarterbacks, it's a lot of them guys that can't do it.
That's fact.
That ain't did it.
It's a lot of them guys that won't do it.
That ain't did it.
Now, if you ask about top 5, number 1 for Philadelphia Eagles, he can do it.
And
not that he can do it.
You know.
He did do it.
Talk about it, 2-5.
Top 5. He's top 5, baby.
Top 5.
No, you know
that
what?
with your chest, dog.
All I'm saying is I played the game at a high level.
The highest level.
And if you telling me, do you want a quarterback that throws it so pretty, he's this and third, so talented, or
Win.
you want a quarterback that can win you a Super Bowl?
Bang, what you want?
And in the biggest games, with the most pressure games,
No
you
doubt.
play the best on the whole field.
Whole field.
Let me get him.
True facts.
Let me get him.
True facts.
That's a good take.
That boy from Philly, let me get him. That number 1.
Hey, man.
Anytime an Eagles topic comes up, you ready?
I'm just keeping it real, though.
No, he's top 5. He's top 5. Now, the dilemma is this. And I'm
nonchalant.
Why is it
because
a dilemma?
it's inflammatory.
Yeah.
It's inflammatory. It's like saying Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes, they the top 3 quarterbacks in the league. Sure, they are. But there's a huge gap between one and Mahomes and whoever you want to make number 2. Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, they the 2 richest men in the world. They are. But it's a huge gap between Elon Musk's money and Bezos' money. So it can be inflammatory. Jalen Hurts is top 5. To me, he's top 5 because I look at the elite quarterbacks in football. Can they all do something different than everybody else? Patrick Mahomes, he can do it all. He's the best. He's just the best, period. I think Allen, best dual threat quarterback. Lamar, he's the best running quarterback. Joe Burrow, he has the most it factor. Jalen Hurts, he's the best winning quarterback. And Matthew Stafford, he's the best passing quarterback. To me, to be elite, you have to do something elite. These are my tops. These are my tops. These
What
are my
did you say
tops.
Mahomes was?
He's the best. He's the best at all of it. He's just the best. And then all of those are better than everybody else at that specific thing, Mahomes being just the greatest cumulatively if you add everything up together. So to me, to be a top quarterback, these are my top 6, you got to be there. If you want to say Hurts is top 5, I will not argue with you because he does something better than everybody else. He is the best winner of every quarterback not named Patrick Mahomes, and he most recently beat Patrick Mahomes. So that's my tops. I'm going to end it there, Q.
Best winner?
It means like he wins the most out of other quarterbacks.
I'm smart.
You asked the question.
I'm just like,
That's the
that's,
question.
no, I needed a little more time to think.
Ain't much to think about, dog.
There's a lot to think about.
Those top 5 quarterbacks, those top 4 quarterbacks are elite.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Like elite quarterbacks.
What for? Jalen?
The 4. The 4 that Darius Slay said. The Pat, the Lamar, the Joshua,
And the J.
and the Joe.
Okay,
Those are elite quarterbacks. So before I give my take, you guys are telling me that Jalen Hurts is an elite quarterback in our league, because that was y'all take.
That's what I said.
You said, see, this is it. No.
I'm just asking a question.
I mean, them guys are special, right?
Yeah.
And I think if if you ask a question, you're going to take them 4 guys first. But the question was, is he top 5?
Yeah.
Correct?
But that's what I'm saying.
So I say he's the 5th quarterback.
The top 5 quarterbacks, in my humble opinion, are elite quarterbacks, right?
But it was 4.
I do not believe that Jalen Hurts is an elite quarterback. I believe Jalen Hurts is an elite winner. And it's a lot of quarterbacks in our league that have been on good teams, that have won football games, that have not played at elite levels. And that is okay. The dude is a champion. The dude is an elite winner. But when I talk about top 5 quarterbacks in the National Football League, with what I've seen Jalen Hurts do on the football field, I cannot sit up here confidently and put him in those conversations with those dudes. I cannot put Jalen Hurts in a conversation with Matthew Stafford. I just cannot. I believe Matthew Stafford is a much better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. Matthew Stafford is a Super Bowl champion as well. Matthew Stafford...
No MVP.
Matthew Stafford and Jalen Hurts, I think it is a big gap between when you talk about quarterback play. Now, when you talk about winning, the dude that you say sorry, he won a lot at the San Francisco 49ers.
Who's that?
That's Jimmy G. And we wouldn't think that we wouldn't put him in
when
the
he
top.
win?
We would. He went to NFC Championship.
No, I'm asking you. You said something, and I just want to ask you. I said
he did not win a Super Bowl.
Then we can't talk. I can't talk about him.
3 of them other dudes in front of Jalen Hurts didn't. And,
yeah, but they're
why are we talking about them in front of him? Because we know at the quarterback spot, he is not on their level. We know at the quarterback spot, Jimmy G wasn't on a lot of these quarterbacks' level, even though his team was winning. All I'm saying is Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. But when we talk elite quarterbacks in the National Football League, I cannot put Jalen Hurts in the elite conversation when you talk about quarterbacks. Now, if I'm DeVonta Smith, my quarterback is numero uno. He's number 1 up there. I'm not blaming him for saying none of that type stuff. But when we watch the tape, we can all sit up here. When we watch the tape on Jalen Hurts and we watch the other quarterbacks,
I watched Super Bowl.
We can sit up here and say Jalen Hurts is an elite quarterback in the National Football League.
Did you watch the Super Bowl, Jay?
I watched the Super Bowl.
So I watched the Super Bowl. I watched the NFC Championship game, and I also watched Jimmy G's Super Bowl. And I watched this NFC Championship game. And they're not in the same boat. So respectfully,
they are not.
The way you want the respect of Jalen Hurts not to be considered with the other 4 dudes, give my man some respect. Don't bring up Jimmy G, because he can't be in this conversation.
But what I'm saying is
we talking about quarterbacks, right, that lead their team. We talking about quarterbacks that win Super Bowls. That's what we talking about right now. We talking about all-pro type quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So however you want to play this, they're gonna play with you, dog.
But why?
Because he got all-pros.
He got all-pro.
He got a Super Bowl, and he got Super Bowl MVP.
So why is he? Why is he at 5 then? Why is Josh in front of him and Lamar in front of him and Joe in front of him?
Because they want to say that it's the team. Because I see another quarterback had that same type of team.
Who that?
Brock Purdy. They try to say he was elite, but he can't win it. But why he can't win the big games? Because my boy could.
He played well.
Now you want to pay your man over there.
So I disagree with DeVonta Smith that Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback. I don't think he is. All right. And when you listen to the whole interview, which I listened to like 15 minutes of it because I wanted to get context of how the question was asked and then how it was answered, and then what they continued to talk about after that. The main word that DeVonta Smith used was elite. He thinks that there are 5 elite quarterbacks in the league, so that's why he grouped them in the top 5. I think that there's 4. Okay, and I think we've all talked about the 4. It's Patty, Joe, Josh, and Lamar.
You don't think Matt's elite?
And, I mean, getting toward the end of his career, he's in that next tier, okay? But, like, I would say, like, those 4, we can confidently sit here. Sorry, I can't speak for you guys. I can confidently sit here and say, those are the 4. Now, I'd put Hurts in the next tier. Absolutely. Like, the next tier for me is Herbert, Stafford, Goff, Jaden Daniels, Purdy, Stroud, Dak, Hurts. Hurts is toward the top of that tier. Absolutely. Yeah. But I do think, and most people would tell you that work in teams and work at teams is there's the 4 and then there's a big drop. And I might put Stafford up there, not as big a drop, but there's 4 elite guys and then there's a drop off, and that's fine. And we can say all we want, and I agree. Like Hurts knows how to win games. You called him an elite winner.
He is an elite.
I agree with that. I do.
You got to agree with it.
You have to. But however, when you say he's an elite winner, you also have to bring up: is he an elite winner because of Jalen Hurts, or is he elite winner because of the roster built around him? I think that's a fair conversation to be had. So you can say about all you want about winning. And he has absolutely made plays when he's needed to make plays in some of these games.
Of course.
But a lot of times they're blowing fools out because
that's
even
true,
around
too.
them.
That's true.
And that's a fact. And so I'm going to end my point here. When I look at elite quarterbacks, I sort of look at it a little bit differently. If I'm building a franchise, if there's a 33rd NFL franchise today.
33rd.
Yeah, whatever. There are only 4 guys right now that I would take to start a franchise with. And quite honestly, let me rephrase that.
There's more than that.
There's more than 4 guys I would take above Jalen Hurts to start a franchise today. And because of that, I can't sit here and say, because I want to start I don't want to start a franchise with Jalen Hurts. He might be 8, 9, 10 on that list. Maybe more.
Yeah.
If I want to start a franchise today and build a team around him, Jalen Hurts is not in the top 9 or 10 of those guys.
Well, that's your list of starting your franchise. Good luck keeping your job as the GM. But let me ask you something. You said something like this. You said Tua. I was gonna get this correct.
I didn't say Tua. No.
Herbert. And you said it. No, you said the tiers. You said the second tier guys. You put in Jalen Hurts, the Super Bowl winner, right? Super MVP winner.
Yep.
You put him with Dak. I'm just trying to get this right. You said Dak, Tua, and Herbert.
I did not say Tua.
Okay.
You said Dak, Purdy,
I said
Jaden,
Herbert,
Stafford.
Stafford, Goff, Jaden Daniels, Purdy, and Hurts.
You didn't say Dak.
No.
And you didn't say Herbert.
I said
You
Herbert,
said Herbert.
absolutely.
That's my issue. See, the problem is like when you say certain things, I'm okay with.
What tier you want him in?
Because even
You want him in the other tier?
you think how are we putting Herbert with Jalen Hurts though?
I did this yesterday.
No. Because you talking about talent.
I did this yesterday.
No. You didn't because we talking about. I guess if he's talking talent, that's cool. But if you talking about who you want as your quarterback, I think Herbert's probably more talented than Jalen Hurts. The way he throws the ball and all that, cool,
What's
right?
it mean?
But that's cool. Take that.
What's it mean?
So if we talking about tiers though, I'm asking you a question though, Chase.
What's it mean?
Why would you put Herbert in the same category as Jalen Hurts? I just want to know. I need to know.
Why?
Yes.
Turn on the tape. Herbert's team around him has been so much worse than Jalen Hurts. If you put Jalen Hurts on the Chargers,
We can't do that.
We're doing it because that's how I do it.
But that don't make sense.
That absolutely makes
If I
sense.
put you on this team and I put you, I might have a gold jacket already if I play for some of these teams.
On the Chargers, I don't know if they make the playoffs. If I put Herbert on the Eagles, they're winning a Super Bowl.
But Chase, in real football, we played this game, right? If I put a certain quarterback, Joe Burrow with Andy Reid, I don't know, he might have 20 championships. I don't know that. But let's go.
I just want to
Let's go on. Let's go on what we know. You know what I'm saying? I hate to play the what if game.
Jalen
I know, right?
Hurts-
I hate the what if things. All right. I just want to go what we know right now. What I'm saying is when you watch the tape and you see Justin Herbert, what he does for his team, and you see what Jalen Hurts does, how do we put them in the same category?
Not even close, in my opinion. They're in the same category. And
You
honestly,
said it's not even close.
No.
And he's a
They're in the
quarterback.
same category.
He said
Yeah,
it's
like-
not close that they're in the same.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
One dude is an all-pro and won a championship and been in 2 Super Bowls. The other guy came and winning the playoffs.
I think that's the difficult thing here with Jalen Hurts.
This is crazy.
Because,
hey,
no, really quick,
turn
though.
on the film.
And see what? You lose a 30-point lead in the playoffs?
I think
To see what? Not win a playoff game? To throw picks? I'm asking you, what do you want me to see?
Hurts was throwing
Because when I see Hurts, he go to, can we see the Lombardi Trophy? I see that. I see that. I see the MVP, and the Super Bowl MVP goes to Jalen Hurts. I see that
I think
tape.
if 32 GMs started a team today, would they take Hurts or?
It's a lot of bad GMs, so I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
No. I forget about the bad GMs.
You asked
If
me a
there were
question.
32 GMs, who would they pick more? Herbert or Jalen Hurts?
The good
They're picking Herbert.
Who?
I don't know that.
Who?
It depends who you want.
Herbert.
Just say it with
I
your
don't know
chest
that.
like you were saying he's elite winner with your chest.
They pick Herbert.
But wait,
Who are they picking? You think they pick Hurts?
Hold on, go ahead.
Be honest.
I would say some will pick Hurts. But see,
Most would pick Herbert.
No. I can't say that. See, that's the problem though. Y'all don't want to live in real time. We watch GMs just give off Saquon Barkley for nothing, and you say, I want to
GMs
start
not be
Daniel
good.
Jones.
Yeah.
We seen that. We seen GMs say, you know what? I want Justin Fields as my quarterback as a starter. These are bad GMs. Why are you giving them all the credit?
All right, let's go to the good GMs. Who would
talking
they
about?
pick? Who would the good
really
GMs
quick.
pick?
Like who?
Herbert, Beach.
Or Howie Roseman?
Well, we know who he picked.
And look
You
what he's
can't
doing.
use that.
You get him? I'm just saying though. You asked me a question, I'm
You can't
answering it.
use
But
that.
here's my issue though.
Not
Even with the
teaser.
conversation,
Let me ask you this though, Acho, really quick before you go. All right, because if you asked what makes Patty an elite quarterback, we would have answers.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, if you ask what makes Lamar an elite quarterback, we would
All the
have
answers.
answers.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, Joshua, we would have answers. Obviously, Joe, we would have answers. All right. The tough thing here is Jalen Hurts is an elite winner, but when you look at him, he's never thrown for more than 23 touchdowns or 24 touchdowns as a starting quarterback, right? He has 13, 14 tush-push touchdowns a year. The tush-push is a talented play. All right, they're trying to get it banned because it's so talented. You know what I mean? It's tough to stop. What makes Jalen Hurts an elite quarterback?
Clutch.
Take your winning out of it.
clutch.
What makes him an elite
He's
quarterback?
clutch.
I'm asking
I answered for him.
That's a good point.
Clutch.
That's a good point.
He's clutch.
That's a good answer.
Okay,
And you need that in
Ancho,
football.
What makes him an elite quarterback?
That's my man.
that's-
It factor in clutch. That's my man.
My man said.
It factor and clutch.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.